Hey, what up guys, I'm Austin, and today's going to show you my trip to Amman, Jordan. So it's my first time in the city, in the country, Jordan, and it's some sight to behold. Lots of old buildings, lots of mountains, so let's explore Jordan. So this is the so-called Amman Citadel. Lots of things to see here. And basically this is a very, very ancient place. It was conquered and occupied by so many people, including the Romans, Byzantine, the Persians, the Greeks. There's the Temple of Hercules as well. Hopefully I can see that as well. And finally it was taken over by the Muslims, and so it was called Amman. So there in the far is the theater, the ancient theater. It's still being used for shows until this day. So made it to the Temple of Hercules, and this I think is what it used to look, and this is what is currently still there. You can see lots of ruins. But still, man, how on earth, I mean, you can see the people, right? For scale, how on earth were they able to build such huge buildings without like cranes and such? Really makes you wonder what kind of superhumans these people were. Okay, maybe not superhumans after all. This is the crane they allegedly used to build the Temple of Hercules, but still, man, it's so impressive. Look at the time period, man. How on earth were they so advanced? Okay, this is the next time periods. We are around 324 AD, the Byzantine period, the so-called Byzantine Church. You can see in the timetable right until the Muslims took over. And there is actually still a lot of ruins from it, unlike the Hercules temple. So what appears to be a mosque is just an entrance actually to the Umayyad palace. When we look at the timetable, it looks like this is the time where the Muslims took over. So let's check it out from inside. How about this for contrast? Here you have all these ancient temples, and right over there you have these modern skyscrapers. So here's this little tiny room called, I guess, general area. And when you look at the walls, for sure these parts, the bright parts are the ones they repaired probably. But other than that, these huge rocks, I think it's still from the old ones. So that's the call for the prayer. And since I'm so high up, I can hear it from different directions. So this is what appears to be the residential block. I mean, maybe a bit smaller than your usual hotel room. I guess this would be the bed. Maybe here's some kind of toilet situation, and here or whatever. Can you see him? Wow. And he's gone. So this place used to be a mosque with the many pillars, and according to the drawings, you know, this is the mosque, then the Souq square, and the entrance hall that I showed you earlier. So I actually found the mosque. Man, how about this? An early Bronze Age cave. Look at that. Can you see it? It's a bit dark. Oh, it's unfortunate that it's locked. Maybe, you know, you're only allowed in with a guide. But let me see, maybe you can see something. We can't see a lot, but it's still super interesting. I mean, even if it was open, I don't know if I'd crawl around here. Bit spooky. So that's the so-called Hand of Hercules. I expected it to be bigger. It looked bigger on the pictures, but anyway, it said that it was a statue that was 13 meters high, so I can only imagine how big it originally was. Welcome to the city of Petra, also known as the Lost City. This city was built over 2,000 years ago, and it's quite a sight to behold. It's been one of the most important cities in the area because it connected so many old people. I mean, it's connected so many civilizations. I mean, people like China, India, Southern Arabia, Egypt, Syria, Greece, Rome, you name it. And it was a very important part for the trading, actually. Silk, for example. And this is essentially the entrance of the city. And, you know, you might think that this was artificially built, but it was actually created by either one or multiple earthquakes. And I think there was also the downfall of the city. You know, earthquakes led to the city being destroyed. So, if you look at it, it's almost impossible to imagine that this whole thing is carved. Look at the height and the details on that. And that was carved, man. Unbelievable. So this is the site called Wadi Rum, which is basically this huge landscape of just purely desert and rocks. It is said that humans mainly didn't interfere with the landscape, with the desert, so it should naturally be pure nature. You know, the driver told me that it would take like 3 days to explore Wadi Rum fully. So it just gives you an idea how big it is. And you know, you probably hear the engine running. Okay, he turned off the car. Listen, just listen. A whole bunch of nothingness. No real noise. It's really refreshing. Check it out. What a view. Okay, made it to the top of the so-called stone bridge, he told me. Look at the view, man. And again, just listen. Just listen. Can you hear anything? Anything whatsoever? Look at that. What a sight to behold. Wadi Rum. Truly stunning place. Many movies were shot in this area. Star Wars, Will Smith's Aladdin. It's definitely a sight to behold, man. And just like that, I'm back home. I mean, what can you say? Had a great time in Amman, Jordan. The people there were very welcoming, very friendly. And, you know, if you are into ruins, old buildings, history, all of that, I think you would have a great time in Amman as well. With that being said, where do you want me to travel to next and show you the experience on this channel? Please let me know in the comment section. With that being said, that's for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Midsound signing out. Peace.